I was born in Bombay and brought up in Bombay and used to live in what they call a chawl system. They were all neighbors and they were all from Gujarat. It was just a very lovely childhood. I did my schooling in Mumbai. Then at the age of 16, I went to pre-university course, which was in Gujarat. I was studying medicine, and then about 18 months after that, parents decided I should get married. My parents wanted me to marry in the same caste, but most of our caste lived in a place called Nadiad, which is a very small place in Gujarat. We had 50 guests altogether, including ourselves and priest and everybody. I got married with what they call Arya Samaj wedding, which doesn't take so long, the ceremony, like it does usually. And it was all done in a day. Born and brought up in Mumbai, I didn't want to go and live in a village. So I had put a condition with my parents that I'll marry within a caste as long as I don't have to live in Nadiad. So Naren was coming here, so they said, well, there you go. You are not going to live in Nadiad, but you're going to live in UK. And I didn't really want that either because I wanted to carry on with my study. But they said, no, you put that condition and we done it. We traveled by sea from Mumbai to Marseille through Suez Canal. So came to France, then from Marseille to Calais by train, and then with the English Channel by ferry to Folkestone, and then by train again to Wakefield. First impression was not very nice, I must admit. I came in winter, it was very, very cold. I didn't have appropriate clothing or anything. Once we settled in the house, I started looking where I can continue with my course. Naren didn't really have idea which closest university would do the medical medicine course. Leeds was the nearest university. I got the admission okay, but they wanted us to pay the full fees because my status in this country was a wife, a dependent. We discussed and I thought, no, that's a bit too much to, ask to pay. So then I said, okay, I'll just find the job, anything admin. Initially, I was very unhappy. And I thought, right, I can branch out in a different direction now. I got the job at a place called Peyton and Baldwin's, and it was an administration job there in the office, keeping a record of time, clock cards, and those things. That was my first job, £5 a week. My husband worked for a company called AEI, and AEI merged with GEC, and he was transferred from there to Coventry. Up north, people are very warm and friendly, and the experience I've had in the beginning in Coventry was not very good. People were not friendly. It was right opposite to where the environment I came from, the north. So we started looking for the house. The house we liked, we went to see. On the board, it said whites only. And I looked at my husband and I said, are you sure you want to live here? And he says, it's only certain area probably, don't worry. When I first came to Coventry and got to know some people, and I kind of said that I'm interested in music, and if anybody around here are in the band or anything like that, but they were saying we do only the religious songs. I said, that's fine, that's a start, you know. And through that, then I got to know some other people, youngsters, same age as me at the time. And when we got to get together, we decided we'll have a band, you know. I never looked back after that because it just got so popular, the band, and we traveled throughout the UK doing our shows. I started my career in Coventry as at GC, same place as my husband, and I was working in the accounts there. Eventually, my husband said we should have our own business. So it was better for me to leave because children would be looked after as well if we had our own business. So I had a florist and greengrocery and in Viken. I ran that for 8 years, and then due to health reason, to change the business and went into the post office. It was amazing when we got the post office. I learned so much about Coventry history because the garage that we had was a house during the war, and the bomb had actually dropped on that because I believe they were making weapons in the Ordnance Road. That's why it was called Ordnance Road. By reading the books from the library about Coventry, I learned a lot, and I actually started feeling a bit more about for the Coventry people what they had gone through. The previous postmaster was accepting a cross as a signature from a lot of Asian ladies, in Hindus and Muslims, and I was not very happy with that. So I picked on one lady which looked smart, and I said, "Look, I will accept this for a little while, but I'm going to write your name, and you must practice and learn to sign your name. No, I will not accept cross." Within a week, believe it or not, she learned how to sign. And then the word spread. I said, I will not be accepting cross from anybody. And so they learned to write their names. I'm glad now that I'm in Coventry because I have met some really good friends who, in my sad time, have supported me tremendously. And if it wasn't for them, I don't know how I would have been like this, what I am now. It's not just Indian friends or Asian friends. It's even I've got some really good English friends as well, and some of them are Coventrian as well, you know. So no, I'm happy in Coventry now.